What up, what up, what up, y'all? Y'all know what it is. It's Friday Eve, and it's time for the Funny Bits podcast here, live, wherever you're streaming this from. We're going to have fun for this hour and some change, but let me bring the crew in, because y'all know what it is. They're waiting. It's my partner in crime, was the first partner in the show. Everybody, Karl Rogers is here. What's up, Karl?
Well, let me button up this shirt. I don't want nobody to see my ground beef on my chest. What's up, everybody, on this Friday Eve? Yeah.
Oh my gosh, you're so silly. Keep that energy though. We need it. Next coming in, this guy. Another funny comedian. Great addition to the team. Y'all know who it is. Larry XL. What's up? What's going on, man?
Not much.
Not much. All right, let's bring the princess in, because you know she don't like to wait too long.
She's counting right now.
Resident millennial with all the haps. Kayla's in the building. What's up?
Hi.
Hi. That was an abrupt stop. But why is she trying to look like, Shirley Temple or something? What's going on? You looking all cute today. Looking all cute.
I like that intro. Yes, the princess.
You like that? The princess? Yeah, changed it up this week.
Okay, Larry, what you sipping on, Larry? What you sipping on, bro?
It's mango iced tea.
Oh, is it spiked?
Look more like mango Hennessy.
No.
Little Henny in the cup.
Nope.
I have I don't know why these little shot glasses are sitting. These little shot cups are sitting next to me. Why? I don't know.
Yeah.
We know why, but go ahead.
Maybe if we were still in the studio, yes, but not right now.
Playing beer pong solitaire.
Right, exactly. All by myself. Yo. All right, so if y'all just tuning in, y'all know what it is. It's Friday Eve. This is the Funny Bits podcast show, formerly known as Funny Bits Radio. We are here. We are back. We're rebooted. What is this, week 6, y'all? This is week 6.
Wow.
Is it? Yeah. We doing our thing. Oh, we got our YouTube popping. Okay, hey Martina. YouTube's popping. We got our one fan so far. Martina is here, y'all. Let me say hey. Y'all know y'all can talk to her too. But yeah, so we do this every Friday Eve. We don't like saying the T word around here. Friday Eve is more festive. Wouldn't y'all agree?
There's a few T words we don't say. There's a few T words we just refuse to say. It's bad for your digestion.
What other T words?
I can't say it because it's gonna mess up my digestion. But it sounds like plump.
Kayla, did you see Martina said your hair is cute?
Oh, thanks, girl.
Oh, see? Oh man. So I'm super excited. We have a jam-packed show. We always do. We got a lot to talk about, a lot happening. I'm super excited. And we're just gonna kick it off. I don't care. But before we do that, let's go around real quick. How's everybody been doing since last week? What y'all been up to? I mean, everybody's still pretty much on lockdown. So go ahead, Larry, since you made that face. What's up?
Yeah, I mean, it's like Groundhog's Day, man. It's
for
just
real. You're right.
The COVID edition.
Yeah.
So
I'm gonna write that script.
Yeah.
I'm writing, actually. I'm in the middle of a collab. We're almost done. We're at our last episode for this web series. And I also have a couple other things, sketches, and that will be filmed right after we are released.
Yeah, I'm trying to get to a writing mode, but with everything shut down, it really seems like there's no point to it.
Yeah, well, you gotta just have it on the ready, man. Just have it on the ready, you know. That's the way I see it. I'm ready because I'm not waiting for nobody. I'm getting this stuff filmed. We get ready. Take off. Let's go.
Like there goes another video by LaTice. There goes another video by LaTice. And another one by LaTice.
Yeah. I mean, like all the videos I've seen you do always have you like comedically dry humping somebody. So I'm thinking it's got nothing to do.
They're usually dry humping me.
Nothing to do with like you trying to like raise your art. Is more as like
No, like, you know what it is? It's either that or somebody has herpes.
Yo,
well, one thing leads to another. I'm just saying.
Which none of that is real, okay? It's funny as shit to do, but it is not real.
So those speed bumps.
Gerald just put up. He reposted the super glue incident on Instagram.
Yo, that was funny.
That video.
That was hilarious.
It was so funny.
But that cheddar bay biscuit one was like, you wasn't saying that when you was about to eat no cheddar bay biscuits.
Yeah. See, now that was okay. We were standing outside the door, outside of an apartment. He thought he was getting ready to get some, and I was like,
Yeah.
Hold up, I don't know you like that. He was like, well, you knew me when you was eating those cheddar bay biscuits at Red Lobster.
No, but the clincher was
right.
The clincher when he was like, I'm not sleeping you on the first day. He was like, what about the second?
No, he said, well, how about the last?
Post COVID, I'm telling you, guys aren't going to be wanting to play around anymore. They're just going to insist that they hit before they take you out to eat.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, it's like we hit first, then depending on your performance, that dictates what restaurant you get taken to.
Hold up. Let's not even. Why y'all putting that all on the women? Hold up. It's on your performance.
What?
Maybe after that. You know what? That's a good idea because maybe after that we wouldn't want to share no cheddar bay biscuits with y'all. Okay?
Yeah.
How about that?
Like sex first.
Okay, let's move on to the next discussion. Let's show
about that. Okay. Listen, if the stroke is a joke, you got to go.
Yeah.
Yo,
you'll be mad as hell. You'll be mad as hell if you just like you smash and then he's like, all right, we're going to Checkers.
And the drive-through too. Not even good. You can't even sit at tables outside.
Yeah.
You mean the Checkers outside dining and shit. Yo, that's hilarious.
Well, here's a question.
Like seriously, what kind of restaurant do you think your performance warranted?
Okay. Well, let's get into fine dining, okay? Because mine
Cheesecake Factory.
No, that is not fine dining, sweetheart.
Yeah, Chang's.
I know. Where maitre d' stands, where you have to wear at least a sports jacket to get in.
No Tims. Can't wear no Tims. No.
Right. No Tims. Listen.
Oh, you want to go to a racist restaurant with a racist dress code policy, huh? Okay. All right. I see.
What? Oh Lord, where'd that come from?
You want to be around other rich guys, so you got a potential jump off. You can work on your.
Why are you trying to do that, Larry? Why are you trying to do that? That ain't right.
What? You brought it up.
That ain't right.
You brought it up.
Nope.
When you're locked in a stable of good dining. That's my question.
Right. Oh, okay. Keith Purnell is watching. What's up, Keith? Oh man, he said women have to bring the heat to make the biscuit rise. I'm done.
Yeah.
Ew.
Absolutely done, yo.
I don't
like face is killing me right now.
I don't like that.
Right. Yo, he's
see,
so funny though.
But you gotta say the way Keith would say it, but like, they gotta bring that heat in order to make them biscuits.
Right.
It's an old man thing. It's definitely
Yeah,
an
I
old
mean,
man.
come on. Like, it makes more sense to smash first, because the last thing you want to do is a hook up with a guy with garlic knots on his breath.
Right. All right. So since we're on the topic, I'm gonna need Larry to give his idea of his perfect date. And where are you taking this person on your date? And what do y'all?
Where? Mm-hmm.
Let's hear it, Mr. Casanova. Since you know,
It's you gotta like every safe is a different combination, so you gotta like it depends on the person. Like if you sometimes if you can take somebody to a nice place, but also you gotta like figure them out. So because you do not want to take somebody who doesn't know what anything is on the menu to a restaurant, to that like restaurant, So it all depends on the person. It's like if she's like mid-range to upscale in her taste, you can take her to a nice restaurant, and that way you don't have to spend a half hour explaining everything on the menu. But if she's not used to like the finer things in life, Olive Garden, screw it.
Got the endless salad and breadsticks, huh?
Yeah. You know how many chicks out there are impressed by that endless salad and breadsticks?
Who's impressed
endless
by
soup?
that? No.
Olive Garden or Red Lobster is like date number when you guys have been together for a while.
Wow.
Like
when it's over.
When it's over.
When you don't have to impress her anymore, and it's just like, yeah, I got this.
Yeah, we going out of the garden again. It's second Thursday of the month.
Yo,
yeah, and you gotta be careful too, because especially where you live and where I live, sometimes that you show up at Red Lobster, it's a 45-minute wait to get a table. No.
Okay,
I'm not waiting 45 minutes for
talking. Get to know the person.
Can I say something? I much rather have my man cook for me. If he wants to take me on a date, I would rather stay in and eat. Like if you know how to cook some good food, I'm all for it.
Out there.
Oh yeah, Hot Pockets and Kraft macaroni and cheese. Shit.
No. Absolutely not.
That is not cooking, sir.
Heck no. That
all
really
right. So is there like a specific meal or a specific restaurant that is an automatic express pass to the coochie?
Keith said, well, here's let me let y'all in on what Keith said. A perfect date for a guy is when at the end of the night he can GTD, get the draws.
Get the draws.
Y'all are sick.
I cannot stand him, okay?
Y'all
just know that. Yo, wildin'. Yes.
What? Y'all act like you don't. Y'all act like that's not your end game too. It's just your timetable's different than ours.
Hey, well, first of all, it's not even a thing in my world right now, because like it could be my end game or it can't, or it won't be. And that's
I know, but it would be better. It would be better for relationships if you ladies would be upfront and give us a date number for like how many dates we got to go on before that becomes a possibility. Because if your number isn't even close to my number, it's like, well, what's the point? We might as well even not go out then, because I'm not waiting 15 days for you to start acting right.
Go ahead, Kayla, speak on it.
You know what? I can't really say what I want to say here.
Why not?
But
go ahead. We only got 2 listeners. Just go on and say it, girl.
What I will say is, okay, just off of that statement alone, men feel like they are just so, what's the word? Yes, thank you.
Hold on.
Let her finish.
Okay, go ahead.
Go ahead.
Entitled, because you can't be mad. You just said, okay, you can tell me your number, but if it's not close to even what I think it should be, then I'm gonna just say no. Like that's basically what you just said. So again, that's y'all feeling entitled to our bodies, to our beautiful vessels.
Hello.
Okay, where y'all ain't even doing nothing to really get it. Like, what are you doing?
I'm just okay. Look, all right. I'll put it to you this way. Let's say I'm just saying to this. Let's say you go to Epcot Center, right?
Oh, now we get Epcot. How we get Epcot?
I'm painting a picture here. I'm making an analogy. All right.
You gotta put something in the middle.
Like, let's say you go to the amusement park. Let's say you go to the amusement park. All right. The line for the Tilt-A-Whirl is going all the way back to the parking lot, and there's like a 2-hour wait to get on the Tilt-A-Whirl, and it's like, you know what? It's the Tilt-A-Whirl. I don't want to be waiting 2 hours to get on the Tilt-A-Whirl. I'm going to see if I can find a ride with a shorter line.
Wow.
So again, this brings me back to my
right. Go ahead, because I was getting ready to say
y'all like females that are easy, and y'all like females that will prefer to rather go through drive-through and give you coochie rather than other females that are like, take me out to a nice dinner. At least make an effort, okay? At least act like you want to make an effort. Like that's what you just said.
Know your worth, ladies. Know your worth, okay? Because right now, Larry, you spitting some Burger King drive-through bullshit. Okay?
Yes, you
Ain't
are.
nobody taking that ride, okay? And if you want to wait for the Tilt-A-Whirl, guess what? When you get on the Tilt-A-Whirl, it's going to be the best goddamn Tilt-A-Whirl you ever rode. So you better wait.
Here's the thing. If a woman is at a point where Red Lobster can get it, then that's a sad excuse, because here's the thing. Most guys working can do Red Lobster. Most guys can do whatever. Like Kayla said, of course, I like to cook. I like to make the ambiance there. The best end game, I know every guy gonna be like, yeah, this dude crazy. The best end game is getting it when you're not even expecting it. You just there to appreciate the woman. That's it. I mean, a little bit, a lot, but hey, whatever. I just know the difference, of trying to do Red Lobster. Because Red Lobster, when did Red Lobster become the mark for getting it? It's fast food.
Yeah.
No, look, I'm just saying, I'm not expecting somebody to put out just because I took them to Red Lobster. All right. I'm not saying that. I'm just being the devil's advocate here. All right.
We don't listen. We have enough devil's advocate. Okay.
Yeah. All right. Cool. But like the landscape of dating is changing so much, because now you got people going on coffee dates first because they want to know, because coffee's like what, 15, 20 minutes. All right. So they want to know if they can stand being around this person for the 3 hours it takes to take them out to dinner. Like if you go out on a coffee date with somebody and the personality is stank, then you didn't waste Red Lobster money.
If you get a scone, it's gonna be a little longer.
Okay, so I have a question for Larry then. Okay, so since you said coffee dates, okay, so is there a such thing as a pre-date? Like, someone coming over, like hanging out, checking out their vibe, like is that a thing? And then if you like their vibe and you like how you interact with each other, hanging out at whoever's place, then you can go on to like the date. Like, is that what you're referring to? Because that is okay. Like, that is okay.
Yeah.
You have to, but the bottom line is you have to get to know each other. And unless it was already set up,
you don't have to get to know each other. It's just a good idea to get to know each other. It's a good idea to get to know each other.
Ideally, that's what the coffee is for. You see if the conversation works, right? See if you vibe, and then another date. But the problem is that if a guy is thinking one way and the woman is thinking another, that's where the communication needs to meet up. So if it's already established that y'all just gonna smash, then okay, that's all y'all gonna do. So you won't need to go to get no coffee. You just gonna meet at your place or her place or whatever and do your thing, and then that's it. That's not a relationship. That's literally just sex. We're talking about so let's get right into it then. What about I know there was a topic about breaking up during the pandemic. Go ahead, Kayla, talk about that real quick.
Yup, thank you. Because let me just tell you, okay, these breakups and these marriages, like divorces, are at an all-time high right now.
Yeah.
It is only July, okay? It is only July, right? Now, listen, we gonna be locked up for however long, and I'm telling you, I don't foresee a lot of people ending this pandemic, whenever it ends, in a relationship with anybody. I feel like there's gonna be a lot of single people, and there's just gonna be like a whole reset of just like starting from scratch when we're like allowed to be around people again. Like it's just gonna be a whole reset of new single people.
Yeah. Cause a lot of this stuff is not lasting. A lot of this stuff, people can't take this during this time. So relationships are being tested for sure. For sure.
Yeah. And that's also my point, is that I follow Pastor Calvin. He's a marriage counselor, but like a relationship counselor. And this man be dropping gems, okay? So
wait. He's a pastor?
Yeah,
don't start, Larry.
He's a pastor, yes. He's a pastor, but he be dropping gems, okay?
Okay, but like what's his relationship credentials to be?
I'm not trying. I don't look him up, okay? He's on Instagram. He's on Facebook. You can look up his credentials. If you
All right, wait. What's it, Pastor? What, I'm looking it up right now. What's it, Pastor? What?
Pastor Calvin Robinson, I believe his last name is.
Yeah. Yo, that's hilarious. He said, "What are the credentials?" Look at Larry's face though while he
be dropping gems, and I'm not gonna go into a whole deep dive in what he said, but it's basically like people aren't knowing their partners. Like people are just getting into relationships or marriages and not even knowing who they're really with. Like, because at the end of the day, you really don't know who you're with. Like they could be lying to you the whole entire time. But you can at least make an effort to try to get to know somebody. Like,
or you can marry someone and be married for umpteen years and still don't know them.
Exactly.
Let's move on.
This guy's got Pastor Calvin Robinson has got a show on the Lifetime Network.
Right.
Really?
Is he attached to Oprah and Gail and all that?
Wait, Larry hit you with the really?
Really?
It's not his show, but he's on it.
He lends his intellect to the show, Larry.
Okay, but it doesn't say anything about like how many chicks has he run through in his life to be a relationship expert? That's what I want.
Wow. Did he have to run through the chicks?
I mean, as of right now, he's happily married, sir. Okay.
Right.
I don't know his relationship history. Okay.
So he had one good relationship that makes him an expert.
Yeah, because you know what that credential means? Longevity, right? That means
with that particular person.
Exactly.
But who says he's happy? I'm not trying to get his business. I don't know. See,
I can't stand
can you consider yourself a car expert if you've only driven one car?
You really? Are like extremely,
okay, Mr. Total World, you gonna calm down, okay?
Yeah,
what? I'm just thinking logically and analytically, okay? I'm just saying.
And we're not.
Yeah. I think Tina Turner had a happily married couple. They were happily married.
Did you just say Tina Turner?
Because I get to see every reaction face. Okay, everybody just keep watching Larry's face because I said, "Oh, and we're not speaking logically." He was like,
"Yeah, I don't think that's iced tea in that cup, but let's go."
Right.
Larry, like, and another thing, who gives him the credibility to be a married couple?
He still owe me $1.
I'm just saying, I'm just saying, did they talk to any pimps about being a relationship expert for the show? Because if there was like a pastor and a pimp on the panel, maybe I would respect the show. But if it's just a pastor,
So wait, so okay, if you can get us a pimp and a pastor, we can bring them right on
Yeah.
this. Let's do it.
Yeah, I'm telling you.
Y'all want to see a pimp and a
Both
pastor?
Exactly.
Y'all want to see a pimp and a pastor on the show at the same damn thing at time? Because a pastor,
And I guarantee you, both of them will have the same tailor.
I can't, my face is hurting messing with y'all, and we
So
are.
let's just do the Steve Harvey's and cut to the chase.
Yeah. All right. So let's go in. Larry, you want to talk about you saw something about the comedy clubs in Philly.
Yeah, it's been a while. It's been about 4 months.
Yeah.
Things been shut down. So I'm like, some clubs down south are opening up, and COVID outbreaks, and then I'm just wondering, so like, when are the local clubs going to give the local comedians a chance to catch COVID? So I was checking out the websites for some of the local comedy clubs, and lo and behold, some of them have shows on their roster lined up for August. You're back in business. Some of them, most of them, big names. I don't see a lot of locals getting, but they're trying to come back big and stuff. And I'm just wondering,
Right.
are we as comics comfortable going back into it? Given judging how things are right now. So,
right. Well, I was in Delaware last Friday. So, and that show was great because the venue itself, though, the Milton Theater, they did the social distancing for us. It was not at full capacity, right?
Yeah.
So the audience was spaced out. The comedians had their own microphones. Thank you, Keith Purnell. Actually, he books that. It's every Friday in Delaware, and it was a great show. We had a great time. So, there it is possible to start comedy, even during this time.
Yeah, so, but that Milton, Delaware, great venue. Yeah. It's huge. It's definitely kind of out there in the boonies. But it great crowd, stuff like that. As far as Philly's concerned, we got one club that will remain nameless that is in a part of town that is known for a particularly heavy concentration of Karens. So,
right,
is that going to create a problem?
Yes.
I don't know.
Comics worried about their safety.
Right.
One Karen is always a problem.
I haven't heard.
I know, right? Now, I think 5. I guarantee you there's going to be 5 Karens in the audience.
Yeah, per show.
Per show.
So we'll see, because
in the front row, Larry, in the front row.
It's going to be interesting, okay, to say the least, to see how they're going to do this. But I think it's possible. Everyone still needs to continue to wear their masks. Everyone needs to be spread out, and people can actually see a good show. So
I think if you come to the comedy club,
that
your mask should have smiles on the front of it.
Right. But ideally, I mean, I think that by the end of August, I could see
No, we're not talking end of August. We're talking like early August. Like,
so they have like there's a schedule up, and they have headliners coming in.
Yeah, but that could always change too. Let's see. I'll just do your favorite club.
Okay.
Which is
he gets this right.
Huh? What's your favorite club?
I thought you were filling in the blank. I thought you were.
No, what's your club? What's your club? I don't want to presume.
Punchline.
Okay, boom. So they got
Because
sorry, this is late August.
Okay, well that's good.
Yeah, August 20th, Bill Bellamy.
Yay!
Nice.
Yeah, they got Bill Bellamy, and then after that they got Dominique.
Okay.
Bunch of drag events.
Okay. Yeah, are they going to start the brunches back up? Do you see this?
Looks like it.
Nice.
But then again, it could all change, because I'm pretty sure people in Texas and Florida thought they were in the clear and going to be open, and now they're just like, grand reopening, grand closing.
But you know what? But they weren't really adhering to any of the rules. So that's why their stuff got shut down again. I think everybody up here has been fairly decent with following the mask restrictions and outside dining and not getting too close to people. Although for some reason I don't know what it is when people go down to the shore that they think when they're on the boardwalk they don't need a mask. It's ridiculous.
They're drunk.
No, they're not.
It's the salt
Not
water.
all of them are drunk. I was seeing clips today from Ocean City, and someone had the nerve to say, well, because I was on vacation, I didn't think I needed a mask. Bitch, you like who thinks like that?
What?
Like, tell me, please. I need to know who thinks like that.
Karen.
Everybody will come up with is like.
So
That's
they're on
definitely
vacation.
Karen.
So coronavirus went on vacation just for them.
It's like, well, I'm on vacation. I don't need to wear a condom.
Right. Now that analogy works in the world.
And you're in Brazil. Like, yeah, I don't need that. Get this off of me.
Well, I'm just hoping. Look, I have at Punchline, I have a show that's supposed to be September 30th, which was canceled from April. So I'm hoping that stays. So we'll see.
Is it with the same headliner, or you just like?
No, this is the roast battle style show that I'm putting together, and Satoyo and I are hosting this. So comedians are going head to head on stage. It's gonna be amazing.
Okay.
So it's a one-off right now, but I want it to be like a regular thing. So we'll see how it goes. But yeah, so I hope that by the middle of August into the end of August that things start to look better, because by September, the end of September, it'll be even better.
I'm going to play devil's advocate here.
Yeah.
And I'm going to say that the United States as a whole should shut down again. Everything should be closed again.
Right. And just clean everything.
The only thing that should be open are the supermarkets, and that should be limited access to actually go into them. Like,
hey, liquor stores need to stay open too, or else it's gonna get ugly.
Okay, fine, liquor stores
really
too. But I just feel like it's just I don't know. I don't understand the rush here. It's a virus.
I'll break it down for you. I'll break it down for you. The reason for the rush. All right. First of all, never mind the fact that you got a lot of like multimillionaires that are just seeing dollar signs. But somebody posted an article out of the UK saying that if things don't reopen within the next couple of months, they're going to lose 77% of their comedy venues.
Wow.
Are not going to reopen if they can't reopen within the next 2 months. So think about what that would mean in the United States if we were on lockdown for another 3 months. That means 3 out of every 4 comedy clubs are not going to reopen because they're going to just be ass out of business. So what is that going to do to the comedy industry? That means, I'm pretty sure a lot of comics will get really entrepreneurial and start trying to open up their own venues all over the place where they can. But as far as like brick and mortar comedy clubs, if we lost that many comedy clubs, it would be a real pain in the ass to try to be a comic in that environment, unless you're already famous.
Right.
Mom, if you wanted to bring this up now, I think it'd be a good time about about comedy I wanted to talk about, because that kind of leads into
definitely about comedians being able to find their peace.
Yeah. So like when it comes to being a comedian, I understand how frustrating it is for people not getting the same work that they were getting before the pandemic. So I just want to ask you guys, like, how do you guys go through, like finding your peace with that, and like knowing that it's like you're having to pick up your career again, so to speak, and like things are, still limited. What are the things that you guys do to keep yourself kind of sane in that aspect?
Well, for me,
LaTice drinks.
I'll answer real quick. So No, it's a great question because, to be honest, I was just talking about this the other day, last night, because I was on another show, and I was saying how we started to do other things like Zoom and, like I was saying, just writing, like finishing stuff. So the fact that we're still being creative during this time is very important. Some people are realizing it might not be something they want to do. And then on the other hand, people are really like forging forward and saying, okay, well, I'm going to take this route instead and still be entertainment. It might not be stand up only because the clubs might not be there, but we're still lending our comedy in some form or fashion. That's what I've been doing. At first I like poo-pooed like the whole Zoom thing, but then what I realized is like I was happy to see other people's faces. Like so I'm like, you're in the Zoom room with people, and then when you realize other people are watching too, that helps. So that's helped me through this. And staying busy with that. That's what I've been doing. What about you, Larry?
Drugs. No, I'm kidding. I'm kidding. No, but like for me, I'm still trying to wrap my head around the whole Zoom thing. I'm still trying to wrap my head around the whole doing comedy outdoors in the daylight in a parking lot where where people are sitting in their cars or they're sitting in lawn chairs like 30 yards from where you're sitting, which to me is just the antithesis of live comedy for me.
Yeah.
So I would much rather just sit it out and wait for it to, wait for the dust settle instead of just doing something for the sake of doing it if I'm not enjoying it.
Yeah, I was going to say, if you're not enjoying it, then no.
Yeah.
But this whole thing is like forcing, like it's a different world already. So we're like, it's not what we have been used to. So it's like you kind of have to adapt and kind of like roll with it. So either you figure out like how to enjoy that, how you described it, like even though they might be 30 feet away from you, and yeah, that's not the ideal setup for stand up as we used to know it. But for now, it's like this is what it looks like.
But you got to understand, like stuff like this happens all the time on a small scale. It's just happening on a big scale to a lot of people. Like, what if you're that type of person that you had a family business that, for instance, like you sold cameras for a living, you sold camera film for a living, and you like operated a photo store, and then these get invented,
right?
And now everybody's got a camera and like all the pictures they're ever going to want, and they'll never need to print out on their phone. You're at, it's like something that is just like,
then they were like, all right, well, we have enough money. Yeah, y'all remember those photomat booths that used to sit in the middle of parking lots, and we would drive up and go drop our film off, and we have them in that little, and then we go pick them up, and they'd be in a whole, paper envelope or whatever.
Yeah. Like, what if your job? What if you were that guy that went around to all the pay phones and emptied all the change out of them and deposited, and then next thing you know, now you crackheads can afford cell phones. You're out of here. You got to find another line of work.
Right.
That's coming back.
Like to phase out too when calling cards were a thing. Like so everything is always putting. Listen, I was the voice. You remember calling directory assistants? That was me. When y'all got that. What city enlisting? That was me. That was my.
I knew that was you.
Before it went to
me 3 times one night.
Had a job that was phased out. The state of New Jersey, when I got hired at the phone company, we had 14 offices in New Jersey, and that was in 2005. I want to say. So by the time in 1999, there were 14 offices. By the time 2005 came, they were down to 5. They started closing the directory assistance offices because that computer system now, when you like press 1 or you just speak into it. And remember at first everybody was like, oh, I hate this computer. And they would just press 0 to get the operator. So we still had jobs. But when they worked out all the kinks, that shit was like, you were like, CVS. And they were like, well, which CVS would you like? You know, and then you press the 1 or the 2 for whatever, and then you got your number. They phased us out. There used to be live people behind there giving y'all numbers.
So you're basically saying it's, if you're a comedian, it's basically sink or swim, is what you're saying.
If you're a comedian, it's like, yeah, you have to figure out now what.
Well, here's another thing. Here's another thing too. Like, comedy is a very social business to be in. It is like being in high school all day, every day. In the fact that you are always 1 or 2 sour relationships away from losing half your gigs.
Yes.
Like you never know when like you might run afoul of like one person that's just gonna decide arbitrarily, you know what? Fuck Larry XL. I'm never booking him again, and I'm gonna shit on him to everybody I know. And it could be for the dumbest reason.
Yeah.
Like, you don't share the same political views as he does online. Right. And all of a sudden this person used to book you like 2 or 3 times a year doesn't want to book you anymore.
Right. Yep. That's the truth.
Yeah.
It happens too. It's a lot of clicks in comedy. Even right now, during the pandemic, there's still clicks. Like I see clicks still online. It's like even when people started doing Zoom shows, you had the same people who were like, all right, y'all, let's do this. And you could see it happening. You were like, wow. So meanwhile, I don't subscribe to any of that stuff. I did shows in LA. I was telling somebody I was in New Hampshire last week. Like I'm all over the place in Zoom. Okay.
Yeah. And here's another thing that's happening, like that I'm noticing on Facebook. Now that there are no gigs to be had in New York, a lot of comics that have spent a lot of time and energy trying to hold on and live in New York are just saying, you know what? I got to get the hell out of here just to survive. I got to move somewhere that's less expensive until this blows over.
Exactly.
So that is going to have repercussions too, because especially if once all this, because right now, a lot of music venues, a lot of restaurants, and a lot of live performance spaces in New York aren't going to survive this pandemic financially. They're going to be gone. So if half the comedy clubs and half the bars and half the restaurants, don't come back from this, a lot of people aren't going to be able to find employment in New York. A lot of performers aren't going to be able to sustain themselves in New York. Right. What's going to happen? They're going to like relocate to somewhere place else and try to start over somewhere else.
Yep.
So that might
hear some good news. Al Martin from Broadway and Greenwich, he's already doing reconstruction in this place to help with the the whole COVID thing. I don't know how it's going to work, but he said he's already putting in the restrictions and making sure that they're following the rules, and so he's planning on opening. He's coming back.
Okay.
I was like, yay. So those are 2 clubs. Caroline's said that they're not opening until 2021. I was like, wow.
That's very smart.
Yeah. Yes.
I just want to say that I hope that all comedians, all right, are finding their peace during this time, and that they're not driving themselves crazy, because I know it's hard. So I just hope that people are able to find other avenues, like you said, like being online or like doing Zoom and just being a part of online things once in a while.
At least being able to get
you are a better person I am, Kayla, because I'm just like, man, I hope this disease purges a lot of these ain't shit comments that are out there.
Yes. This is like you said, it's like sink or swim for a lot of people. It's gonna make a lot of people that
I'm out there on the dock throwing anvils. Okay, I'm just like, bye.
I just want people to understand that, it's not the end of the world, but also if this is something that you're very passionate about, then it's always going to be for you.
Right.
It's not, this isn't an end to your career.
It's not an end. It's a new beginning if you think about it.
Yeah, absolutely.
I'm thinking about it.
Yeah.
Okay.
I just want to bring some loving energy out there for the comedians.
No, I'm looking at Keith's most recent comment.
Which one?
Never do a coffee date. No coffee. Caffeine keeps me sober enough to say no.
Yeah, I saw that. He's crazy.
I can't even with that.
Yeah, that happened before.
And LaTice shares rides with Keith too, man.
Listen, the views of Keith Purnell do not reflect the views of LaTice. Let me just put that disclaimer out right now.
We're funny.
Man, he had to go to the legal statement on that one.
Like a true, like that's almost Bill Cosby-esque.
I know.
I was going to say that.
Starbucks, like, yeah, give me the coffee macchiato.
Ew. No. Oh my God. So let's talk about other things that we hope are opening in September. For me personally, schools. Need them schools to be
all right, look, I'm just telling you right now, like all these people jockeying, look, I want at least some consistency in this country about the shit people talk about caring about kids, okay? Because like everybody cares about kids until it's inconvenient for them. Then they're like, yeah, whatever,
Listen, I care. Here's my idea, and I was just talking about this earlier before the show. I think the way they need to do it is have these kids come in staggered. So certain kids, according to your last name, will come to school like maybe Mondays, Wednesdays, and Fridays. The other kids will come in Tuesdays and Thursdays, and then like flip that. It'll take a lot of scheduling, but it can be done.
Or they can hire more teachers,
right,
and build more schools so they can spread all the kids out.
Spread them out. That's the whole point.
Yeah. But they're not going to do that.
Right, exactly.
Especially the inner city schools.
That's not happening. To limit the kids per day, if they split the session and they only take half the class one day, half the class the other day, then they can social distance within the classrooms. I'm telling you.
So you do know that the kids with the last name Q and Z are going to be in school by themselves for most of the day.
Oh, good for them.
They'll be the safest quarantine children in the school.
Like at that point, they should just keep schooling them from home. Like I just don't see a place in.
Don't be enlisting me to homeschool.
No, not homeschool.
Don't you get those babies in this house. They gotta go.
That baboon finger.
I can see LaTice. I can see LaTice homeschooling right now. Okay, I'm gonna teach you how to bartend.
I'm
gonna teach you a marketable skill.
One part.
The Cheetos.
Let's be cocktail up in this motherfucker.
Pineapple juice. How many parts is that? 3.
I'm gonna teach you how to flip a bottle. Just
right.
I didn't
2-second pours.
Homeschooling, I meant like virtual learning. They already have that as an option already, so it should just be like mandatory at this point. I don't understand the issue. Like, why is everybody trying to get back into school? Like,
okay, because rich, affluent white people are sick of having their kids around all the goddamn time.
Well, they shouldn't have had them.
I know.
I don't know what to tell you.
Listen, they need to figure out a solution. I think we'll see. We've been getting surveys sent to us via email from the school to see what we think.
I'm just saying when the kids start getting sick and they got to shut the schools down again, it's like, why do we open up?
They're gonna
have
to be very diligent with cleaning.
Really? Okay.
Martina is team homeschooling.
Martina doesn't have any kids though, does she?
I'm sending my kids to Martina then. Hold on, let me tell her.
Hey, yo, she would take them gladly. I guarantee you. But I'm gonna tell you, I'm agreeing with homeschooling. You just gotta know who's homeschooling, because if parents are going back to work and they got that one crazy aunt or uncle that's homeschooling and they're using old school methods of like, listen, how many cigarettes is in a pack of menthol lights?
Right. Yo, shout out to Eric Terrell. Terrell's Top 5 is watching us from YouTube too, y'all.
What's up, Eric?
You said they shouldn't have had him.
Well, you know, as a teacher say, some just shimmy underneath the wall.
Yeah, right. Shimmy right under that wall, yo.
And he makes a mean margarita. Let's see that right there.
Yo, let's get into Karl. Let's get into this apology that you heard that they want Robert Downey Jr. to do.
All right, so here's the thing. They wanted Robert Downey Jr. to apologize for his role doing blackface in the movie. What was the name of the movie again?
Tropic Thunder.
Thunder. Yeah.
Yeah. So they want him to apologize for that. So on the other end, they wanted the Wayans brothers to apologize for going whiteface and white chicks.
Shut up! You're lying.
No, this is so real. Social media is a trip. So
whose idea was this, yo?
So you know, because Karen is going tit for tat for everything. So you know, so black people are saying, you know what? They should apologize for this. Black people say, well, you should apologize for going whiteface. So if you want to keep on doing that, you're going back to Gene Wilder doing blackface on the instructions of Richard Pryor in his movie. But you know,
right.
Remember that episode? He was like, "Well, who's bad? Who's bad?"
Yeah. Here's the thing, though. So you know, a lot of statues are being torn down because a lot of people are just like, you know, are upset that these people that were horrible people had statues erected on, like Confederate statues too. Now it's trickling down to Columbus statues, because in Baltimore there is a Columbus statue that a bunch of protesters tore down and threw into the harbor. People in Baltimore who were Italian were all pissed off. It's like, oh, they're tearing down our history. And I wanted to go, yeah, just shut the fuck up, really. Listen, unless you got like 3 pictures of you having a selfie with that statue, you need to shut the hell up, because you never visited that statue. You never gave a damn about that statue until somebody tore it down.
Statue, right. They didn't even know what the statue was.
When was the last time you visited that statue? I'm never mad when something closes or gets torn down that I never went to in the last 20 years.
Right.
My high school could burn in the ground. I don't care. I never visited since I left the damn place.
So what?
Do people not realize when they're saying, oh my God, our history, that your history is enslaving people? Like, what?
Right.
You're proud of that?
What are you
You're
proud
of that?
Yeah, and it's with Columbus, there's a lot of genocide and rape in that too.
Yes. All over
and really, if you know anything about history, you know, he wasn't the guy like, oh, he discovered America. No, there was a lot of people that discovered America before him. You know, he was just the guy that got credit for it.
Right. He was the guy. He was that John Lovitz character in SNL. Yeah, that's the ticket.
How you gonna come to somebody's house that's already full of people and say, yeah.
No, but he wasn't the first. He wasn't the first explorer from from Europe to navigate across the ocean and land in America.
Right.
You know, other people did that, but first. But he was, maybe they didn't know what they had stumbled upon, but he was the one who got the credit because white privilege.
Let's talk about.
He came to America and he found paprika, cinnamon, and some spices, and went back and said, "Yo, look what I found. I've been in America."
It was Lowry seasoned salt. He just took the labels off. It's like, hey.
But see, because there was no phone system back there was nobody, none of the Native Americans say, nah, that fool lying, y'all. We've been here for like 2,000 years already. We've been here just chilling.
Talk about
shooting
did everybody see Tiffany Haddish recent picture of her? She chopped all her hair off. What do y'all think?
Good for her.
Yeah, that's what I say. I say good.
Yeah, but also you were mentioning that. Sorry to loop back, but like Robert Downey Jr. is asked to apologize for Tropic Thunder. You do realize Robert Downey Jr. is worth $500 million, right?
Oh yeah.
He's got the back end money coming off of all the like Marvel Avengers movies that he's been in. Right. So when you're worth $500 million, it was like, I want you to apologize for what?
Yeah.
Or what? I'm always going to be worth $500 million, whether I never make another movie again, or you stop watching those movies. I'm still going to be worth $500 million.
Well, what's funny is he wasn't worth all that when he made Tropic Thunder. That's the thing.
Yeah, you got to think about that part. It's not like he got up in the morning and said, "I'm gonna just go outside and just do blackface."
Right.
It was his role in the movie.
Right, and somebody wrote that in. Who was the writer and director on that film?
I have no idea.
That's
then are we gonna go all the way back to the 80s for Soul Man?
Oh my gosh, one of my favorite movies, yo. Thomas C. Howell, don't get me started, yo.
Yeah.
Soul Man, oh my gosh, and Ray Don Chong.
Yeah.
Or we can go further back than that and go back to the Watermelon Man when the dude was black and then was white.
Right.
Before y'all time, check that one out. That's a trip. That is a funny one.
Oh my gosh, it's too much. So we were talking about Tiffany because she took a selfie and she chopped all her hair off. I think she looks cute. Some people were like, why she do that? Whatever. I think it's good. I think it's her
because she's sick of spending hundreds of dollars a week.
Yeah,
getting her hair done.
And so it goes to like, my question is she natural though? Like, because I keep a shortcut, but I still mess with the creamy crack. So I'm team creamy crack. I'm sorry, I'm not natural, but some women are. So that's a whole nother debate. And y'all remember when Chris Rock came out with black hair and talking about where the relaxer originated and the money and the industry, but then we start getting into weaves and sew-ins and all types of extensions. And this is not just a black woman thing though. Now white women are wearing extensions too. White women are wearing wigs. But
did you ever see good hair though?
Yeah, good hair.
That was when I realized that Raven-Symoné was fucking crazy. When I tell you she was frighteningly out of her damn mind in that documentary.
She got married to her beautiful wife. Did y'all see that? She just got
married. Good for her. Like I'm glad she found somebody to tame her because
I think she's 33 now, 34. She's getting up there. So people change.
Are we up there?
I'm just saying, considering to when you saw her during, good hair, she was younger. She went through so many phases. I mean, just think about before she was on The View, and then during the time on The View, I think she grew a lot too.
She will always be little Olivia to me. That's all I know. Little Olivia.
Little Olivia. I know my body.
Dr. Huxtable.
That's another like situation where life comes at you fast. Imagine you're Rudy on the show, and for like 3 years you're just like you can do no wrong, and then they're like, you know what, Rudy's 6 now. We need to get another 3-year-old on the show. Can we get a lighter one this time? One day you show up to work and Raven-Symoné's there. It's like, who's this? Oh, that's gonna be your cousin. We'll bring her on the show to
new baby. But
Rudy was about up the ratings a bit.
Well, I think Rudy was like 12 or 13 when Raven came on the show. So a little older than that.
I'm gonna do the math on that one.
Yeah, do the math. She is a little.
She got grown because she was trying to marry Bud.
Keisha Knight Pullum is closer to my age than Raven Simone's age. Okay, so it is what it is. Let's.
I remember.
That was fun.
I remember that whole episode where they were like arguing back and forth. They had the girls singing in the room about their relationship. Oh my gosh, I remember that whole episode.
Yeah,
like she was so mad that she was in that house, and I will never forget that. I was like, "Yo, Rudy, I feel your pain. Like I felt that. I was like, that's
so you felt that, huh?
Yeah, that's a real situation."
Okay, so Keisha Knight Pulliam was on the Cosby Show from when she was 5 up until she was 13.
Right.
So and then Keisha Wright is right now 41. Raven Simone's 34.
There we go. See, I had it right. I said 33, 34. Okay. Right. So yeah, so there's a little age difference there. But you know, that's how it goes.
So she was on the Cosby Show and starting in 89, which means she was 4. When
yeah, she was.
Yeah, when she was 4 when she started acting on the show, which means Keisha was 7, 8, 12.
Okay, yep.
12. Yep.
Yeah, I remember that. Let's go into that. Those are some good topics. Y'all have any last remarks about anything we talked about before we get into National Calendar Days?
Well,
an hour.
Like, I don't know how y'all feel. Like, is they're switching all the mascots now. So now, like, we're gonna Aunt Jemima's not out of a job. They're gonna replace her with something. And I think if we're gonna go, I think we should go completely just Afro pick black for her replacement.
I can't.
And have like Queen Latifah be the spokesperson for
Davis on the syrup. Why not?
Like Queen Latifah pancakes.
Right.
Nobody wants them lovely pancakes.
Freaking
set it off with a short stack, I don't know.
Freaking French toast to go with your syrup.
But here's the thing. Here's the thing about Aunt Jemima, and I get the whole point where some things at this point have a negative outlook on it. Mm-hmm. But at one point, Aunt Jemima was actually almost a positive role model or image in Black society because her name is actually her name was actually a biblical name from the Bible. Jemima is actually the daughter of Job in the Bible. And see, Job.
Okay. Let me ask you something. Do you know any sister out there named Jemima?
No, because
nobody's naming their kids Jemima. They're naming them like Destiny and Lexus, and I don't see any women under the age of 60 rolling around with the name Jemima.
There's
why? No Jemima Jenkins anywhere.
Because black people don't say Jemima. We say Jemima. So you ain't gonna call nobody Jemima because who is that? That's Jemima.
Yo, I'm done. Okay, completely done. But
meanwhile,
no one has ever thought to name their child that because they made it so racist.
Right. Yeah. It's like, meanwhile, like Aunt Jemima can't be on the box, but now Shaq is selling pizza.
Right. and
it's called Shaq-a-roni.
With the general.
I want that pizza.
Shaq sells everything. Shaq's got Bengay on lock. He's got the general insurance on lock. He's got pizza. He's doing everything, yo.
Yeah. Like this. Y'all better order my pizza because it's real delicious. It's gonna be real good, y'all. Order my pizza.
And we forget Shaq, dressed up as a genie for a movie. So I mean,
exactly. How could we forget? I mean, really. But let's get into National Calendar Days because it started as a pet peeve of mine, and now I'm obsessed with super obsessed. And I always like to share it because it trips me out that each day there was a National Calendar Day for something. And this is this is a real thing. You can submit to actually petition to have a day made. If you want to make something a day, you can just submit it, and it has to go through like regulations or whatever. But people, we can make.
Oh my God, I'm about to make a whole Kayla Day. Stop it.
Just go to National Kayla Day, nationalcalendarday.com and put in for it. But today there was only one thing listed, and it's a pretty decent one. And I think everybody's probably had one of these in their life. So today is National Sugar Cookie Day. Yay!
Okay, I can do that.
Yeah, they're pretty good.
Okay, so let me ask you this: what's the difference between a sugar cookie and a snickerdoodle? Because they seem very similar.
Well, yeah. Well, because it just has the sugar sprinkled on the top. The snickerdoodle has all the good stuff in it. The chocolate, peanut butter, whatever that is.
No, there's no chocolate or peanut butter in snickerdoodle. No.
Caramel and snickerdoodle.
Now I gotta look the damn thing up.
It got doodle on the front of it. It got the doodle. Whatever that's made of.
Well, while you're doing that,
okay.
Everybody a heads up on tomorrow. So y'all can take advantage of Friday's National Calendar Days. Let's see. Martina said National Martina Day. When girl? When's National Martina Day?
Got it.
You got it?
Yep. Okay, so a snickerdoodle is a type of cookie made with butter, oil, sugar, and flour and rolled in cinnamon sugar.
Right.
Whereas sugar cookies are just dusted in white sugar.
Right.
So
that's
yes, snickerdoodles are the cooler, blacker version of the sugar cookie.
So it's the Negro cookie.
No, it's kind of like the Creole mulatto version of the
mulatto. I'm done.
It's swirl.
Mulatto is its own cookie.
So here's the question: should the sugar cookie apologize to the snickerdoodle for imitating the snickerdoodle?
I think the sugar cookie came first, and then
okay. Oh, really? Is that what they taught you in school? All right. I'm pretty sure if you went to an HBCU, they would teach you differently. That the snickerdoodle was the original, and then the sugar cookie came and took credit for it, like Columbus.
Exactly, my brother.
So what how you really feel about it, Larry?
It's in fact, though, the sugar
think
cookie.
About it. Think about it, man. Just think about it. It's easier to sprinkle sugar than to then go and add all the extra
you can believe all that Betty Crocker propaganda if you want to, but
Betty Crocker. I think she's one of my relatives.
Okay.
But anywho, tomorrow is some pretty decent days. I'm gonna skip around because first let me tell y'all tomorrow is National Kitten Day. Oh, it's so cute. If you feel like you want to adopt the kitten, go ahead. Tomorrow is National Kitten Day.
Well,
also,
I said I can't have a kitten.
No, you cannot. It's Collector Car Appreciation Day. You know those old cars that we like to see? Remember that old car we saw the other day, Kayla?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's Collector Car Appreciation Day tomorrow.
I understand people want to collect like classic cars. I just don't understand the people that like to drive them because I'm too used to power steering and like modern brakes and the radio. You just push the button on instead of doing the little.
But you know what? But wouldn't you think that they would update? Like they probably have the updated versions. They just keep the skeleton of the car. Like is everything the original
classic?
Original pieces, the original parts to these cars.
Mm-hmm.
I don't see it.
Now you want a 1958 Lola. That's what you want.
I don't see it. I think they got those souped up engines in it when they're driving those.
I've never seen like a 58 Chevy with spinner wheels and like neon on them because car collectors will give you the stink eye when they see that.
I know
unless you in California.
That's what I was about to say. We can go to Compton right now. Find one.
Yeah.
It's on hydraulics.
It's like.
And plus, the old cars. You keep forgetting how big old cars were. Like my dad used to drive a 1970 Lincoln Continental. When I tell you, you can fit like 6 people in the back seat.
Yes, it's a boat. We had
no seatbelts.
My first car, we had a Buick, and then we had a Caddy. Trust me, it was huge.
Yeah.
Huge.
And they went 5
miles
per
to
gallon.
park those things.
Huh?
I don't know how people barely park.
All right, I saved this one for last. Last one for tomorrow is National Pina Colada Day, y'all, and I'm definitely making one. I'm making my pina coladas, baby.
Okay.
Hell yeah!
Are you gonna play the pina colada song all day?
Probably.
Really? Okay.
It's gonna be on loop. I'm gonna add it on my Spotify. As
Yeah, that's the one. That's one of the few drinks I don't mess with because I'm not a big fan of coconut.
I love it. So I'm definitely gonna make some. That'll be good. So those were your national calendar days for today and tomorrow. Enjoy however you like to enjoy. Let's go to our celebrity birthday. So happy birthday. If you're celebrating a birthday, it was today, July 9th, this 2020. We have some interesting birthdays today. Now, I didn't grab everybody. I decided not to make a super, super long list, but I thought these people were pretty interesting. And so, guess who's celebrating a birthday today, y'all? Ooh. OJ Simpson.
Oh.
73 today, y'all. He's 73.
You think they're giving him like red velvet cake for his birthday?
Wow.
Wow.
It makes sense. He's a Cancer. I get it.
Oh gosh. Yeah, that does now it all makes sense now, right?
Right.
Also, guess who else shares the same birthday? Richard Roundtree.
All right.
He's 78. Y'all believe that? He's 5 years older. Yeah. He's like, and I love him in anything he does. He's great.
He's a cool dude.
He's fantastic. So I only grabbed one more. Actually, there's 2 listed. Nah, I'll skip that. So one more for tomorrow. And she's a little cutie pie. We met her, I forget when. She was probably like 2 or 3. Her daddy, we all know her daddy. It is Ryan Curry's birthday tomorrow, y'all. She's gonna be
happy birthday. She's so
right.
cute.
Do you remember when she was sitting on Steph Curry's lap in that interview? And she stole the interview. She's adorable. So she's gonna be 6 tomorrow. And trust me, I'm like, okay, potential. I said I'm gonna fly Antonio out. He gonna meet Ryan.
Can you stop picking out my brother, please?
Hey, that's a retirement plan. Don't be player hating.
He gonna meet. Well, it was his idea, so I'm putting up. I had the picture online. I was putting it up earlier, and he's like, "Oh, who's that?" So I said her name and who it was. I said,
and you're like, "All right, little man, you're gonna have to learn how to cook in order to catch her, right?"
He was like, "Can we meet her?" I said, "Well, we have to go to California for that." I said, "I don't think we can." Her dad is a basketball player, though. He was like, "Oh, okay. Well, I want to meet her." I said, "All right."
And he packed his bags quickly.
You better up his grilled cheese game because if Kayla says guys gotta learn how to cook.
Hey girl, you have the Gouda and cheddar.
So wrong with that, okay? If I know how to cook, I feel like
she knows how to cook.
Yes, I feel like my partner should know how to cook as well.
Okay, cool. Like what is something a guy could cook you to impress you?
To impress me?
Yeah.
Maybe like I don't even know. It'd have to be something that I wouldn't even think about like making for myself. Like he would really have to be like, all right, I'm about to like really search for this recipe and like cook something. Yeah, like it would have to be something like crazy like that. Something I wouldn't even think of.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
What do you like cooking, Larry?
I like cooking like Italian and Mexican food.
Okay, that's your go-to.
Yeah, that's my go-to. Um, yeah, just like basic stuff. Like I considered like when I had time taking culinary classes so I could learn some like next level like recipes
Right.
and sharpen my skills, but because I'm pretty basic when it comes to cooking. But I can cook, but
Well, one of my friends, Simon, is a chef. He might gladly give you some lessons, some private lessons if you want.
I'm still waiting for my plate, Simon.
For which one? Oh yeah.
I'm
Oh,
still,
he made salmon today and had the nerve to post it on Instagram. I was like, it was blackened too. I said, oh, I can't stand
oh
it
no,
right now. It looks
oh
so
no, he
good.
did not. Oh
Yes,
no,
he
he did
did.
not.
I said, you better make that the next time I come over. He was like, okay.
That's crazy. I'm telling you, I'll pay some good money for a to-go plate. Like he needs to
For
stop
real.
playing.
Yeah,
He needs to stop
it's
playing.
a real thing. It's a real thing. All right,
Hey,
so we gotta start wrapping up. We
all right.
already it's like
Latrice, before we go, I got one thing I want to say.
what?
Today actually is my mom's birthday. I want to wish
Right.
my mom.
Hey,
Rogers, happy birthday.
Mom.
She and if you ever met her before, Latrice met her at the birthday party. She
Yeah.
is definitely my comedy inspiration. She
Oh,
got more one-liners than you can shake a stick at. I'm trying to tell you.
and she's still going, yo. She was doing her thing. I was like, hey, Miss Rogers. She was like,
I
hey.
woke her up this morning and gave her birthday card, put
Yeah.
some money in it and some roses,
Oh,
and she smiled and say, "Thank you, baby."
oh,
But
that's
don't come too
sweet.
close. I don't know if you got that virus or not, but I love you.
That's what she said.
My mom don't want to see nobody, but yeah.
Oh gosh. All right. So let's get our social media out and then we'll talk about what's happening next week. And then, of course, the message of the week that I will leave with everybody. So, Kayla, you up first. Give your social.
That is my Instagram at the bottom. Please follow me. Yeah.
Sephora _K. Yes.
Yes.
Follow her. Go ahead, Larry. You up.
LarryXL.com, LarryXL on Facebook and Twitter, and comedian LarryXL on IG.
Word. And upcoming shows you want to talk about?
September 24th, Milton Theater, and then Backdoor Comedy Club in O'Fallon, Michigan, outside of St. Louis, last weekend in August. And stay tuned. We'll have more to
Right.
talk
Wait, that
about.
was July 24th, right? Okay.
Yeah, July 24th.
Got you. And Karl, you're up.
All right. I am Karl Rogers on Instagram and Karl Rogers Insurance on Instagram, and I'm usually right behind LaTice on Facebook because she's saying some crazy stuff, y'all. Some crazy stuff.
Right. And of course, y'all follow Funny Bits podcast. Follow us and like us on Instagram and Twitter. Accordingly, and also make sure you subscribe to the YouTube page, and of course you can find me on social media as well, at LaTice Comedy or at LaTice Jokes on Facebook. Um so super excited for next week because we have guests. We have a guest coming in, y'all. Are y'all excited?
Yeah, absolutely.
Y'all look excited. We got so we have actor extraordinaire, comedian, all that, kicking off our first guest on our new Funny Bits podcast. Rick Younger will be here, y'all. He's a Broadway star. He was from Mean Girls. He was the singing bandit on The Last OG a couple episodes ago. And so super excited to have him on next week. You believe next week will be July 16th? That's crazy. So he'll be here. Super excited. Who else? So then the week after that, We have comedian extraordinaire, headliner, all that good stuff. Wally Collins will be here, y'all. Now he just wrote a book. So and it's called Yenevano. I hope I'm saying that right. It's available on Amazon right now, but we'll have him on July 23rd, and he'll talk more about that. But he also, before all of the pandemic, he opened for Michelle Obama when she was doing her tour for Becoming. So that's cool. Yeah, so super excited. We're gonna have somebody else in the studio. That's gonna be fun.
Nice.
Yeah. So let's wrap this up. Y'all know I like to do the message of the week. I'm trying to think if there's anything else. But I really like this. So, and I actually tweeted this. I think I posted this on Facebook as well. So, message of the week is once you've accepted your own flaws and mistakes, no one can use them against you. This is true. So, take accountability, right? And then you're good. So, how's everybody? Y'all good?
Yep.
About to start this music. You know how we do. Party in, party out. So thank y'all for tuning in. We appreciate y'all. Make sure y'all come back next Friday Eve right here. September 16th. We're gonna be live as usual. And we're just gonna dance a little bit. Larry's getting ready. He getting ready to go drive. Let's do this. We're gonna dance it out. So yeah, make sure y'all tune in next week. Subscribe to our YouTube channel. It is under the same name, Funny Bits Podcast. Thank y'all. Good night. Bye.